Good morning, everyone. Myself, Piyush Bogasia, coordinator of these events, and faculty members of Sri Saurashtra Education Trust, Junagadh. I am so happy to see you together there for celebration of World Science Day. I am thankful to each and everyone present here for joining a program. Now, I would like to invite Dr. D.N. Jhala sir for welcome address. Dr. D.N. Jhala sir is convener and principal of Sri Saurashtra Education Trust, Junagadh. Now, sir, welcome.
Good morning. Of the World Science Day. World Science Day is celebrated for scientific development at international level. Today in this webinar, more than 1,000 registration has been done from 18 different countries. Here is the little bit highlights of the important role of science. Science Day is celebrated each year on 10th November by UNESCO. Today we are suffering by COVID-19 pandemic situation. We have lost so many human lives in the world because of coronavirus. Our e-conference aim is to know about environment effect on various parts because of coronavirus. Today, Savrat Education Trust, Junagadh, with support of Bhujkosh Department of Science and Technology, Gandhinagar, we are celebrating World Science Day today. Our Saurashtra Education Trust campus has been active since 1996. Saurashtra Education Trust Science College offering the various types of UG courses like botany, zoology, microbiology, biotechnology, physics, math, chemistry, industrial chemistry also. We also offer PG courses like Masters of Science in Chemistry and Master of Arts in Psychology and other UG courses like Arts, Commerce, BBA, BCA, B.Ed, and School of Nursing. I heartily welcome to presidential address of Honorable Vice Chancellor Dr. Chetan Trivedi from Bhakti Kavi Narsimha Mehta University, Junagadh. I also fruitful welcome to Dr. Jagdish Prasad, IFS, retired Gujarat Medicinal Plant Board, Gandhinagar, and Dr. Saurabh Srivastav, University of Eju from Fukushima, Japan. For students, faculty, research scholars, and others on live, you are also welcome in this webinar. Now, I would like to invite Dr. Chetan Trivedi to tell us some words.
Very good morning to all of you.
Thank you, sir.
First of all, I express my sense of happiness for the organization of a national webinar just to review the condition and the impact and the effects after COVID pandemic, especially to the environmental concern. Since yours is one of the better self-finance colleges in the region, in the university, you yourself have established one of the very clean and green campus in the midst of Junagadh. That is itself an achievement in that sense. And today I am very happy to get the information that there are more than 1,000 registrations done, and we have rather received wonderful resource person in the form of the experts, Professor Gupta and the other team, and I am very much sure this webinar will definitely come out with certain solutions to the COVID pandemic. And this research will definitely try to bridge the new research scholars. And I personally know Dr. Jagdish Prasad. Welcome you, sir, because he has been doing a wonderful activities in the field, and he has been very much attached with our university also, and also Dr. Saurabh. And I especially give congratulations to Principal Dr. Jhala, બેઝિકલી આપ તો સંસ્કૃત વિષયના વિદ્વાન છો, પણ સંસ્કૃત વિષયમાં જે પર્યાવરણની મહત્વતા અને મહત્તા દર્શાવી છે, looking at those environmental concern, you will try to bridge up those Vedic tradition of environment. કાલિદાસે શાકુંતલમાં લખ્યું છે કે જ્યારે શકુંતલાની વિદાય થતી હતી ત્યારે પ્રકૃતિ પણ રુદન કરતી હતી. આપણી આપણી સંસ્કૃતિમાં પ્રકૃતિને પણ એક સજીવ સ્વરૂપે એને એક એક આઈડેન્ટિટી તરીકે જોઈએ છે. ત્યારે I am very much hopeful that this webinar will open up a new vista to your entire academics. At this juncture, I congratulate our university connected Mr. Sawan. I know him personally. He's doing wonderful job since long. And his mentor, Professor Suhas, also for organization of such a wonderful webinar. At this juncture, I also congratulate all the trustees of this Bhatu campus, because I know them all personally. They all are noble-hearted, social concerned people. They always think charity first. At this junction, let me take a note that in this COVID corona period, the entire campus was vibrant with humanity and positivity. None of the employee got salary cut. None of the students were asked to pay the fees. This is something beyond humanity. And I really appreciate this juncture of your campus, your institutions, and very noble-hearted and socially connected trustees and leader Devsi Jhala. Once again, I have to go to the collector office. Otherwise, I would have stayed for longer time. But with my tremendous wishes, hope, and aspiration that this is a good beginning, and good beginning is always half done. And Dr. Prasad and Saurabh, you are requested to be in touch with the university, since we are no new university, but we are not small university, as we have more than 172 colleges and 58 PG departments and more than 1,20,000 students. But even though in spite of so many problems of resources, we have established ourselves one of the growing university because of the teamwork of all the principals, all the faculty members, all the students and their parents. And because of this team, because of this positive group, we could have established some landmarks in the field of academics. With this positive note and remark, once again, I congratulate entire team. I also congratulate all the presenters and researchers, those who have going to present their paper. And apart from all, instead of presenting papers, you all are requested to be keen to listen to the experts, and what they are telling, that should be the golden words for you to make your future. With this note, thank you very much.
Narottam Sahu, sir.
Jala Sahib, shall I take? I am leaving. Okay. All the best to Narottam Sahuji, Saurabhji, and sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Sir. Sahu, sir. Hello. Yes, can I hear the? Hello. Dr. Narottam Sahu sir is not available between us, but he was sent the greetings to us, and perfectly and fruitfully this webinar as well as also so e-conference is going to successful. So right now myself Sawan Tank, and I'm also assistant professor in Saurashtra Education Trust Science College, and now I would like to invite Dr. Jagdish Prasad sir. It's a IFS, retired IFS, and it's still in born in the small village in UP, Uttar Pradesh in 1957. Did his Central University as Forest Academy, Dehradun. Dr. Prasad joining Indian Forest Science Services in 2017 with a PhD as mangroves management, forestry analysis and planning in USA. He is also worked in various forest department as deputy conservationist as well as also conservators of and a chief conservator of forest and additional principal chief conservation of forest, such as a big postings as well as a big achievements by Dr. Jagdish Prasad. And right now, Gujarat state till retired on 31st August in 2017. But Dr. Jagdish Prasad have a post-retirement. He has been a service as a chief executive officer in a Gujarat Medicinal Plant Board, Gandhinagar, Gujarat. Dr. Jagdish Prasad, he has a vast experience of forest management, wildlife management, mangroves management, personal management, as well as also finance management, monitoring and evaluations and a society forestry. Apart of environmental conservation, he loved to serve a rural poor. So it's a big our the successful is as well as also our gratitudes and blessed to Dr. Jagdish Prasad in between us. So right now I would like to invite the Dr. Jagdish Prasad. So please, sir, you can tell the our your experiences as well as also your some words about your. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, dear. Very good morning, all participants.
Very good morning, sir.
Respected, respected Dr. Chetan Trivedi ji, VC BKNMU, Dr. Sahu ji, MS Kujkost, my esteemed panelists and organizers. First of all, I thank the organizers to organize e-conference on this extremely important and apt topic in this corona-stricken period, that is COVID-19 environmental perspective. Also, I am thankful for inviting me as one of the participants of this important uh, e-conference. Let me share my screen. I hope the screen is shared. Are you seeing this screen, please?
Yes, sir. It is visible, sir.
Okay, right. So this is COVID environment perspective. Let me come straight to the topic. The title of e-conference itself indicate that today debate and discussion will pertain to how COVID-19 disease affects human environment. Ladies and gentlemen, as you all know, COVID-19 is a pandemic disease. Pandemic disease means it is spreading all over the world, and it has affected and impacted not only the human economy but the environment of living organism as a whole in a drastic manner. It is caused by a coronavirus. Virus is RNA based and has capacity to change its strains very frequently and drastically. It is a natural disaster. It might have been triggered by human mistake at Wuhan, but cannot spread such a far and wide dimensions in a short span of time without its conducive natural environment. So it is not man-made, it is a natural disaster. Depending on an individual's immunity, infection load, type of corona strain, it affects human health in different ways, ranging from severe and fatal lung diseases to almost asymptomatic manifestations. As on now, there is no foolproof treatment to cure COVID 19 or vaccine to control this disease effectively. However, scientists has come out with the good medical protocols to improve health conditions of patients so that ill effects are minimized and also precautionary measures to check its spread. This has resulted into check on disease progression and casualties. Now let us understand what environment is. In a given space and time, environment is our surrounding. It is a matter or activities that interact and affect our body positively or negatively. This has three dimensions. There are two types of surroundings. One is physical surrounding and another is non-physical surrounding. Physical surrounding affects our body while non-physical surroundings that affects our mind. Elements of surroundings, as you all know, they are all forms of matter, that is soil, solid, liquid and gas. This is available in the form of lithosphere, hydrosphere, atmosphere, biosphere, etc. And our body interact with these elements through eat, drink, breathe, touch, smell and taste. Energy is another physical matter. Temperature, light, sound, electromagnetic waves, these are all forms of energy which our body interact through our sensory organs, through see, hear and feel sensory organs. Activities around us also affect us to a great extent. It impacts our mind, and mind in turn impacts our hormones, and hormones in turn impacts our bodies. These are think, speak, meditate, discuss, and debate. The environment connects everything, living and non-living entities, not with each other, but amongst every component in itself, intra and inter relationship, very intricately and in a very, very complex manner. Environment is one, dear friends, which is responsible for all living beings, sanyog, that is birth, creation and association. Then after birth, it is also responsible for sahayog, that is of existence, sustenance and survival. And after our survival, it is also responsible for our viyog, that is death, destruction and dissociation. Virus is an important entity and it is an interface between non-living and living worlds. Dear friends, we can see where we are going nowadays. The human activities is taking over to all living beings, and our activities has reached to such a proportion that the danger has arisen to existence of the planet. Now let us have a look on this chart. The human activities here are affecting greenhouse emissions, they are increasing leap and bound, unchecked, uncontrolled, despite of so many international and national efforts. The things are moving from bad to worse, year after year, day after day. Land usage changes are also changing from bad to worse. The green spaces are reducing, water spaces are reducing, and concretization and urbanization and pollution stricken environments, they are growing leap and bound. These are creating climate change and global warming, which is reality nowadays, which in turn is impacting our environment, creating instability into it. This is changing our ecological balances, and the relationship between non-living and living is getting disrupted, and this is causing natural disasters, which is uh, impacting biodiversity as a whole, not only human being but living beings, all plants and animals together, and loss to economy. And this in turn is creating a lot of risk to human life, livelihood, and luxury. And when the human life is impacted, affected, then it in turns affect the human activities positively or negatively. It is said, Prakriti Rakshate Rakshita. So, dear friends, if we take care of the nature, nature will take care of us. So, it is up to the human being in what direction we want to move. The nature will accordingly react and act. There is a important question nowadays that humanity is forced to ask to itself, that are we heading towards catastrophe? That COVID-19 has compelled human beings to think on these lines. Judge yourself through the following logical global trends. What is happening? Global change and global warming is a reality now. It has been causing natural disasters such as unprecedented snowfalls, torrential rains causing floods, extreme heat and lack of rains causing severe droughts, cyclonic storms, earthquakes and tsunamis, volcanic eruptions, and now COVID-19 pandemic. These disasters have been increasing in intensity and frequency year after year. Greenhouse gas emissions in the atmosphere is the main cause behind climate change and global warming. Global efforts to reduce greenhouse gases are failing, and GHG's level are continuously rising globally. Even if GHG emissions become zero today, it will take thousands of years in dissolving it naturally. Do we have effective means of capturing and storing greenhouse gases from the atmosphere? Green landscapes are continuously shrinking. Can human beings adapt to the risk of disasters due to ever worsening climate change and global warming conditions? To me, dear friends, it seems that we are sitting on a high powered bombs. The countdown of their blast has already initiated. Stages to avoid bomb blast are preparation on bombs we should step or check, ignition we can check, diffusion we can check, and if it is diffused, can we control blast? And if blast has taken place, can we safeguard ourselves through bunkers, etc.? These are the stages. Likewise, in disaster management too, we have to prepare ourselves for prevention, mitigation, and preparedness, and thereafter response, recovery, and rehabilitation strategies. Dear friends, ill effects of COVID-19 the whole world has experienced. These are These are human health suffered badly, leading to lakhs of casualty and crores of people have suffered. Medical facilities infrastructure falls short of addressing unprecedented emerging needs. Health problems related to lungs, kidneys, pancreas, heart, liver, bones, muscles increased in COVID infected people. Economic activities got paralyzed, GDP dropped, unemployment roared, misery of migratory labor force shook the human hearts, infrastructure and individual growth got retarded, hotel industry, transport, service sector, recreation, tourism, sports, whatnot, all have suffered. Education has to come a total halt. Social religious functions were forgotten. Even last rites of the people died of COVID death could not be performed in a proper manner. The COVID-19 control strategy has given some positive change in our habits, in our environment, in social arena, in our traditional methods, and our thinking process. These are some of the things that we are doing, and what positive changes have come about are special precautions. For example, we all are forced to wear masks, observe social distancing, handle with care anything which is suspected to be infected by corona, maybe vegetable, maybe fruit, maybe any article received from uh, malls or any platform. Hygiene and sanitation habits: wash and sanitize hands, sanitize your home and office, hot water bath, change of clothes, etc. Nutritious foods: in order to equip our body to fight with corona, we have to boost our immunity, that is the internal mechanism of our body, so that we can face the infection of corona. That is high protein, fresh fruits, avoid stale food, cold and fermented foods, useful, fresh, colorful vegetables, and fresh fruits. Hot drinks: avoid cold and freezed items. Like lukewarm, it is not like, it is lukewarm water with lemon, golden milk, herbal tea with tulsi, ginger, and lemon. Hot decoctions, useful food supplements like multivitamins, multi micronutrients, chawanprash, triphala, honey, dry fruits, almond and walnut, etc. Useful spices, that is the traditional things we have been using in our kitchen. They are the great support to the human population in this corona period. These are turmeric, black pepper, long pepper, dry ginger, cardamom, clove. These increases the oxygen capacity of our body, also of our respiratory system. There are useful herbs like giloy, tulsi, lemon, ashwagandha, amla, brahmi, aloe vera, and drumstick powder. As a CEO, Medicinal Plant Board, we are emphasizing on these medicines for cultivation so that it can be readily available to the population in the years to come, to prepare kadha and other herbal products so that it can help the society to fight the corona, particularly and especially to boost their immunity. Yoga and meditation, Anulom Bilom, Brastika, mind relaxation music, meditation and worship. The craze of these things have increased in this COVID period. Light exercises. We should avoid strenuous exercise and adopt to light exercise like walking and micro exercises, वगैरह. Lifestyle changes have been very prominent, like sleep well at night, do not sleep during daytime, namaste as a traditional method so that we can avoid hand touch infection, don't touch mouth, nose, ear. These are the gateways to allow corona infection into our internal body system. So avoid these gateways, steam inhalations, saline water, hot water gargle, etc. So these are the positive changes that has come in our habits and traditions. Due to these positive changes, some positive effects of COVID-19 have been observed, and these are: power of nature got realized. Men realized the mistake of abusing nature. Automatic response to respect and neighbor nature and natural process leads to green and clean technology. Up till now, the human beings were never thinking beyond economic prosperity, GDP, all those things. Now they are forced to think that they have to follow the sustainable development goal. Not only economic goals, but sustainable development goal means they have to give equal importance to environment and social parameters along with economic prosperity. So this is very, very positive change. Improvement in general public health. The corona 19, it is not true that COVID-19 has had paralyzed the health totally. But COVID infected people have definitely increased, but seasonal and common ailments had reduced drastically. The death due to other diseases and habit related diseases have reduced. Well wishes, heartily desires for good health in neighborhood became reality. This is a very, very positive change. The human being has a habit uh, to be allergic to neighborhood. Now this phenomena has changed this overall thinking of human being, that everybody is thinking the prosperity, this health safety of his neighborhood. Due to the reason, he is very, very afraid that if something goes wrong in the neighborhood, one day it can catch him also, his family also. So this is a very, very positive change. Human value rose to occasion to help the needy and the poor. Social and humanity cause have flourished like anything, and the people started thinking on those lines, and they felt uh, proud in doing such social service. Reduction in air pollution, reduction in water pollution. Wild animal got some room to breathe in human encroachment free spaces. Reversal and retardation in migration from villages to cities. That was one-sided flow from villages to city. Now this phenomena has reversed and retarded this flow. Policies to boost rural economy conceptualized, like vocal for local, Atmanirbhar Bharat, etc. Almost all commercial ads are linked to COVID now. Huh? All ads you will see, they are in one way or the other are linked to COVID so that the people purchase it. Huh? Disaster risk reduction policy has to emphasize on mitigation strategy in context of epidemics. We were seeing, since we did not see any epidemic in our lifetime, we were thinking, what is the need to include epidemic now, particularly when the science has progressed too much, as a natural disaster? But COVID-19 has reminded that we were wrong. It is a very, very potent risk to the human being. Lessons learned of COVID-19. Nature amply demonstrated, dear friends, creation, survival, and destruction are sacrosanct and equally important functions of the nature. May not be important for the human being, but it is a sacrosanct and equally important functions of the nature. There is nothing right or wrong, good or bad, in the dictionary of nature. These are relative concepts only. For example, COVID-19 is disaster for human beings, but solace to many creatures suffering from human activities too. Man is not only the species in the living world, other living beings also have a right to live. That we have to understand, and that we have understood by now through this pandemic. Science gives knowledge, but not wisdom to use that knowledge. Misuse of knowledge is dangerous. Maybe whole world suffered of Wuhan's folly of tampering with nature. Action reaction is not merely a scientific law, but a law of nature too. As you sow, so shall you reap. Nature cannot be dictated, dear friends. Nature is extremely powerful. It is not inactive. Also, so called superpowers prostrated and felt helpless before this tiniest yet mightiest coronavirus. Uncontrolled, man made activities and unwise uses of natural resources has caused environmental instability, ecological imbalances, leading to natural disasters, including this pandemic. COVID 19 probably is a counter act of nature to balance or to set the things right in order in the nature. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Such as a greatly fruitful session by your sides, as well as also you share your great experience as well as knowledge. We are grateful from greetings your knowledge. And today, your topic have to COVID-19 and environmental effects. So it's a highly positive. You tell us the positive changes. So it's a turning point to the your lectures, and you also aware to us from your knowledge like control measures, COVID-19 affected activities, initiators, habitat, inhabitants, as how to like change. We all are know before the 2020, before 2020, our life is normal, but right now our life is to change. We are drinking hot water. We are distancing, social distancing, as well as also we just behave to someone's touch as also some things of touch. So it's a great sessions for your sides, as also you aware to positive effect COVID-19 and effect to sustainable developments is such as a great point from your side, sir. So it's a really very we are blessing or we are thanking you for the your sessions. Right now, I'm invited Dr.
Welcome, dear.
Saurabh Srivastav. Yes, sir. Right now, I'm invited to Dr. Saurabh Srivastav. So, Dr. Saurabh Srivastav, the young researcher in between us, so he had just 32-year-old, and but his experience is too much. Dr. Saurabh born in India, but today stay in Japan. Dr. Saurabh fulfilled a PhD in atmospheric science in 2014 to 18. His career started with senior research fellow as project Fasal project in held by Indian Meteorological Department, India. Due to doctoral degree, Saurav worked on BIMSTAC project. He developed a drought monitoring and prediction system for Indian subcontinent areas. as a post of project scientist C. So, Dr. Srivastav moved from India to Japan since
But I,
2000 to 18 and working as a visiting researcher and teaching in University of Aizu. Major research area are climate dynamic, mechanism learning, and a bias correction and running VRF for a research area. He has awarded by Young Scientist Award in 2013. Also, Dr. Saurav have a 13 research paper and one book in international journal. He have the lifetime membership in Japan Geoscience Union. Dr. Srivastav, many of the software as model and programming as no. I would like to invite Dr. Saurabh Srivastav on the digital platform and give us to experience and knowledge today. Dr. Saurabh, please.
Yeah, thank you very much for that such a nice introduction,
Thank you.
Savan.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm going to share my screen. I guess is it visible for you? Is it
No,
visible
sir. Please share your screen, please. Again.
again? Okay, let me share
Yes,
again.
I now display. Please,
Oh,
once again, please.
yeah, I guess it's visible now,
Uh,
right?
I hope. Yes, yes, yes. Got it, sir. Got it.
That's cool. Okay, so first of all, thank you very much, Savan, for such a
Thank you.
nice introduction. Then, yeah, and actually, I listened the lecture of Dr. Jagdish sir, and I found it's very important and useful. So, thank you, Dr. Jagdish sir, for giving this much like the very nice presentation for us for the over the environmental effects
Thank
of
you very much,
COVID-19.
sir.
And I would also Yes, sir. Thank you. And I would also like to thank Dr. Jhala and Mr. Savantak to giving me this opportunity to present my views on environmental impacts of COVID-19. So, for today's presentation, I will try to cover many things, like the environmental impact, the impact on economy, and some other things as well. So myself, Dr. Saurabh Srivastava, and this is the overview of my presentation. So as everyone knows, the COVID-19 is a global health challenge in the 21st century. So why we say in 21st century? Because before this pandemic, we have not seen any big pandemic before. As you know, like in 2009, we had a SARS, but SARS was not like it was contained in the Japan, China, and South Korea. It was not affected. It was not affected the other countries such as Europe, US, India, like this. Then like we have also seen the ebola. This disease came to Africa, but we know it also contained only in the Africa region, not it came to India, Japan, or some other places. So that's why we said it's the biggest pandemic in the 21st century. uh, the source of the SARS-CoV, or we say COVID-19, is the Wuhan virus in December 2019. So, as per the WMO, it started in December 2019, but we know it started in the June and July 2019 in China, when they imposed the lockdown in Wuhan city. During that time, Chinese said, so WHO said there is no human to human transmission of this disease. However, this disease is human, like it can be transferred from one human to another human. So this is the reality, but as per the records, we can say it started in December 2019. It is the only one disease like first time in the history we have seen a disease that affect whole globe together. So almost each and every country, it may be Asian country, it may be African, it may be US region, it may be Europe, everyone is affected by this pandemic. So this is the overview of this problem. Second, like we know how it transmit. So there is two things. First is the community transmission. So in case of the community transmission, we have many people we don't know who have this disease. He will go to school, he may go to like our family, he will go to the he may come to contact with the any pregnant lady. Then that lady can transmit this disease to their kid, their child. Even if you go to school, colleges, or workplaces, you can transmit this disease from one person to another person. Plus, if those people will go to their family, like in their home, and they have senior citizen like their parents, those who are not going out, they are only staying at home, still they have a risk to get infected by this disease. And they also can they also can transmit this disease to other person like the small kids. So this is the transmission cycle. Plus there is two type of contact, like two type of contact may happen, where you can, like anyone can transmit this disease from infected person to the other person. So first is the direct, second is the indirect. So what is direct? The direct is if someone, the infected individual, infected person, he's sneezing, he's coughing, so he can release so many droplets. So all these droplets may contain the virus, COVID-19 virus. So if some other person will directly come to the directly come to the directly interact with the infected person, then he may come he may also infected by the COVID-19. Second is if the infected person will sneeze or cough in the in open place, so these droplets may go to the bed, it may go to the wall, it may go to the your vehicles. Then the next person will come and touch those objects, so he may also have the possibility to get infected. It is also airborne. So airborne, like if someone is sneezing or coughing, then it will the droplets will come from one individual to the another individual. So for as of now, total COVID-19 cases are more than 50.1 million. Total recoveries are 32.9 million. However, the fatalities are 1.25 million. So it's a very big number actually. In the top five countries, US is leading here. India is on second place, then Brazil and France, Russia. However, if we talk about the fatalities, so US have the higher number of fatalities. It's almost 2,38,000. For India, it's a 1,26,000. However, the fatality rate in India is very less compared to the other countries like US, France, Brazil, Russia. There are many countries. Comparatively, India have very less fatality rate. It may be because of our eating habits. Because Indian generally we eat lot of spices, and we know these spices also having the ability to improve your immunity. Like we eat turmeric, we eat the cumlins, so many things we eat. Even we eat ginger and the what I can say, ginger and garlic. So these things, these vegetables and these spices have the have the ability to improve your immunity. So that may be a reason. There are many reasons, but only I covered this reason. Because of that, we have very less fatalities. And during between the September, like in mid of September, we have seen the peak of the curve. However, this curve is getting flattened, or hopefully maybe in the few months we will we may not have many cases as we have right now. uh, then this is the for the Japan. So for Japan, we have only 107,000 cases. Out of that, 95,000 recovery have been done here, and the fatalities is only 1,800. So now I will come to the impact. So as we are discussing about the environment, so the COVID-19 pandemic, it has a huge impact on most aspects of human activities as well as the economy and healthcare system. So what does it mean, the human activities? Human activities means that like previously, before COVID era, uh, we used to go out. We used to go for watching movie. We used to go for like roaming around the world. There are many people. They have the hobby to visit various countries. So this kind of things was happening before the 2019. But after coming to the COVID-19 pandemic, those all those things suddenly stopped. Plus the economy also, when the human activity will get less, then definitely your economy will also affect. And the healthcare system, before 2019, I have listened and I also read from many newspaper or many magazines. People said the Europe have one of the best healthcare system. But during the COVID-19 pandemic, we have seen the highest fatality in the world in Europe. Every day, thousands of people died there. So here, the healthcare system means their healthcare system is completely collapsed. So it's not only with the Europe. Now it's happening with the India also. It happened with the US also, and so many countries face the same things. Then here, the lockdown, the new things, lockdown, quarantine, and border closure came in our life, in our day-to-day life. In the wake of pandemic, have led to reduction in air pollution through decreased travel and production. So what happened when the COVID-19 started? Suddenly we have first time I listened the lockdown things. कि लॉकडाउन क्या होता है, फर्स्ट टाइम आई लिसन दिस थिंग. क्वारंटाइन, दिस वर्ड आई फर्स्ट टाइम लिसन इन 2019 2020. So this type of things came in our life, and because of this lockdown and quarantine and the border closure, the air pollution is suddenly decreased significantly. Significantly means you can see, I will show you one plot later in the coming slide. So you can see there the significant numbers where we can see the pollution is almost 50% lesser than the previous one. uh, then these positive environmental effects are likely mostly temporary, correct, but may serve as an example that change in our way of life can have promote positive effects for the environment and demonstrate the fulfillment of travel reducing measures such as teleconferencing. So in this sentence I would like to say one thing, like suppose we know this is the international webinar. So if this webinar was happened before the 2020, so I may come to the Gujarat. For that I spent lakhs of rupees in traveling. I spent almost 3 to 4 days. So these things may be costly, plus I also, like if I travel with the car or some private vehicle, so I may emit lot of carbon or some pollutant also. But after this so after this COVID-19 pandemic, we have learned how to reduce the traffic and how we can prevent extra expenses, how we can save money economically. So it is and how we can reduce the air pollution by reducing our travels. Yeah. Then the acknowledging that COVID-19 is first and foremost a global disaster, the pandemic may inspire to the future behavioral changes with positive environmental changes. So there are many positive changes that we have seen previously. Like in I saw some videos from the India where the elephants was on road. I saw some video from Singapore, where the dolphin they came to the coast, and there are many things that was very impressive. So yeah, then this is the photo I took from the Delhi police, where we can see the social distancing. They have made some marks for the social distancing, plus the border closure. You can see if you have to cross the border, you have to show some your ID card. Otherwise, if you don't belongs to the media or some the health workership, you cannot um, like move from one border to another border. So this kind of things, like when I was in college, I know, like me and my friend, we used to go having tea 20 kilometers, like sometimes week, like twice in a week. So what we did, we spent a lot of money, we emit a lot of pollution for the nature, and like there was many problems that we have created for our natures. So but as we know, we have the current this border closure, so we cannot go out, plus the restriction of the home quarantine, so we cannot go out, and plus the travel, it is not safe. If you are traveling, it is not safe. Maybe someone is infected and you don't know, and if you travel and that person can infect you. So this is the third peak, and all the impact of these three things will go over the your industry. So when you will not go out, you will be in quarantine, and your journey will not be safe. So the pollution, the demand in the market of the product will decrease significantly. So the air pollution will decrease. Now, here we can see, I will show you this plot first because it's a coronavirus pandemic and its environmental impact. So you can see its environmental impact on the waste management, wildlife, global migration, waste fire, air pollution, sustainability, and the air quality. Excuse me. For the waste management. So, in the developing country, the main problem with the waste management, because you can see outside so people what they do, they will pick uh, their trash, they will throw this trash on the road, and they will throw this trash on road, they will throw this their trash on near to beach, or like people are doing in developing country. This is a common problem. But and plus the state government, like sometimes the state governments are responsible for the collection of the garbage. But what happened, they don't collect the waste properly. In that case, but in COVID-19, during the COVID-19, people have learned how to collect waste. Because if someone is infected, infected, and if he throw their mask or their like ppe kit or their tissues outside on road, then that may be a cause of the spreading the cause of the that may be a cause of the COVID-19 spread. So the best management, now the state governments and the local panchayat, or we can say the nagar palika, nagar nigam, they are much serious compared to the previous time. So they are collecting proper garbage, they are giving training to the households so that how they can collect their garbage, they can store their garbage, and someone will come and he will collect and they will dispose it. Second is a wildlife. So in wildlife, last year I guess, in 2019 I guess, you heard about the Amazon fire. So Amazon fire was the human, like it's a man-made fire. Because fire is wildfire is two type of wildfire we have. First is the natural, second is the man-made. So the natural is, it was not a natural, but it was a man-made fire, who's done by I'm not sure, but I have written, I wrote some of stories or the newspaper reports where they said this fire was done by some businessmen to burn the forest so that they can build some housing or some industry over those lands. So what happened during that time, they burned hundreds of acre of forest. That time, so many the wild animals was died there. this kind of things happened in the past. Plus people used to go on beach, they go and they throw a lot of trash in the ocean. Same trash, the wild animal, this the sea animal will eat those trash and they died. But after the COVID-19 pandemic, like people, they are not like going this time, they are not going in the forest region, they are not going to the beaches and all. So like for the last 1 year we can say our animals are kind of safe compared to the 2019. Then the global migration. So the global migration, basically we know, as I discussed, people used to like people has many people have the hobby to to visit different countries. Every day around the globe, millions of people, they migrate from one country to another country. This is because of the globalization. There are many people who go for the work purpose only, but there is a large number of people who go for their fun. They are for attending weddings, for their bachelor party, for birthday party. So likewise, people used to roam around the globe. But after COVID-19 pandemic, people has like this global migration is kind of stopped. Only few people, like flights are running, so that only if you have very important work, so you can go. So it is also reducing the air pollution. Then the waste fire. The waste fire is like if you have any waste related to the COVID-19 patient. So if you throw that like if you throw that garbage on road or somewhere, it will infect others. Sometimes what people do, they collect those waste and they will burn it. Plus they will burn it. So now because of risk, people are not burning that waste. Second thing, if you go to Delhi, when you cross the border from Noida to Delhi, you will see the Gazipur Mandi. So in Gazipur area, you will see a big mountain. Actually it's not a mountain, it's a mountain of garbage. Like people, the government, they used to dump lot of waste there. And sometimes what they do, they burn those things, so that they're like, because they don't have a good policy to recycle that waste, so they burn the waste, and you can see the lot of smoke 24/7 in the Gazipur area. Anyway, so this type of things has stopped after the COVID-19, because people are like trying to make some distance from the unwanted things. Then after all these things, we have a very good impact on the air pollution. Air pollution is decreasing, sustainability is increasing, and obviously the air quality is improved. So basically we know the air quality was very poor in India and China and Bangladesh. Like basically most poorest quality of air can be seen in the South Asia. But however, after this incident, we have more clean air compared to the previous time. So this COVID-19 like COVID, there are two type of different impact on environment. First is a good and second is a bad. So the good impact is we can see the clean beaches, the NO2, PM 2.5, noise pollution. These things is reduced dramatically. Plus the bad impact is organic and inorganic waste. So you can see here in the two plots, this guy, he's holding so many face masks, and this tortoise, he's going to eat a face mask. So this kind of situation is occurring, because still there are many countries, like the big countries US and Europe, they have very big number of face mask waste, and the PPE kit waste, many type of waste they are like they are generating, because they have more number of cases. So what they are doing, they are throwing, like many of countries, they are throwing those things in the ocean. So when they throw these things in the ocean, like it's obviously it is affecting our wild animals, not the ocean, the sea animals. So this kind of things is happening, and because of the lockdown, you can see the improved quality of the air. Now, like while the huge negative effects of living through the COVID-19 pandemics are obvious, physiological stress, fear, severe global economic losses, overwhelmed healthcare system, and general distribution of society, the ongoing pandemic may also have some indirect positive impact. So here, I mean, we have like various bad impact of COVID-19, but we also have some indirect positive impact that we need to adopt. So the bad impact is like if someone have the COVID-19, like I listened so many cases, I so you can see like if someone have the COVID-19, so there are people who died because of heart attack. They had a fear, they had a stress. Even the person who don't have the COVID-19, still he have the fear, he cannot go out. He feels, oh, if I'll go to college, if I'll go to my workplace, I may affected by this uh, disease. So this type of problem is happening, but still we have a hope, and we are hoping for the some indirect positive impact that we need to adopt. Pursue outbreak often we have large negative impact on human health, but changes in our way of life due to the outbreak response may serve as demonstration of possible positive changes for the environment, health of human, animals, and ecosystem. So here, the environment. Recently, I like there was a study where the researchers shows during the COVID-19 they have found the greener area in Delhi compared to the previous year. So like in 2018, 17, 16, there was many places that were completely barren. There was nothing. But in 2020, when he captured the satellite image and he applied some the changes detection technique kind of things, and he found more greenery in Delhi region. So this kind of positive impacts are coming. Even it's also affecting human health, and how, like if the pollution will decrease, then your lungs, your kidney, your liver, like many things of your body, like many organs of your body will definitely get the like they will not in fact affect. And the animals and ecosystem, so animal, if you will not tease any animal, you will not cut the forest, then definitely your animals will also get happy. So as I mentioned about the pollution, so you can see here I took this map from IQ Air 2020. So this map shows the percentage reduction of 2.5 PM 2.5 compared to the 2020, compared to the 2019 in 2020. So here for Delhi, you can see up to minus 60% PM 2.5 was decreased. Is decreased. Plus in Mumbai is 34%. Seoul it's minus 54%. Wuhan it's minus 44. Except Rome, I don't know the reason exactly about the Rome, but except Rome, you can see almost all the big cities where people are facing the PM 2.5 problem, they have seen the reduction of PM 2.5 significantly. So this is the positive environmental impact of it's not direct, obviously it's indirect, but yeah, on our environment. Now, the social distancing. Now we know the social distancing and the quarantine both have led to substantial decrease in community travel as many jobs shift to working from home. So as we know nowadays, like people are working from home. As recently the Google, Facebook, Amazon, AIZ, there are many big companies. Even some small companies are also offering to their employees to work from home. Recently, the Google, they said they are giving the work from home permission to their uh, employees. They said you can work up to 5 years from your from your home. IBM, they are providing like the some some the financial, they are providing some financial package to their employee so that they can buy furniture and they can start working from home. So these things are very good things, like that are those are decreasing the travel. And yeah, the widespread quarantine and travel restriction imposed by several countries have resulted in reduced use of and demand for oil and its product, which has resulted in reduced emission of smoke and waste due to the oil consumption. So as we know, the like whatever vehicles we use, all vehicles run by the oil product only, like the petrol, diesel, and some other things. So after quarantine, lockdown, travel restriction, all these, like the demand of oil product is significantly decreased. In like 3 months back, I have I saw in US market, companies are selling their crude oil like -$10 per barrel. It means that company was paying you $10 to buy their oil product. So this was the situation, and you can see from last 1 year, the barrel, the crude oil price is not like more than $40 from last 1 year. However, 5 year back, the price of the crude oil was the maybe the 120 dollar per barrel. So you can see the changes. So when you will not use the vehicles or this your oil product, then definitely the emission of smoke will reduce, and the waste due to the oil consumption will also decrease. So here I have an example from the NASA and the European Space Agency ESA. Recently, they have reported that the NO2 air pollution has been significantly reduced in connection with the community quarantine and lockdown in Wuhan and other cities in China. So this report is 5 months back, came into the, like, it's a 5 month old report, but still it have a like the good results. So the Center for Research on Energy and Clean Air also reported that CO2 emission in China were down 25% in the 2 week following the Chinese New Year holiday. So I have these plots. So here you can see in 2019, in January 1 to 20, February 28 to 9, and February 10 to 25. So this is the NO2 density here. And NO2 density is more than 500 in January. February, during the Chinese New Year, it was reduced, but after that, suddenly it increased more than 5 year over a wide region of Wuhan city. So researcher also have collected this image during the 2020, and you can see here there is a value are not even more than 125. So this condition are almost normal condition. It may, so you can see NO2 density is decreased, and after this Chinese New Year it has not increased. Now there are various sectors, uh, like the power industry, surface transport, residential, and aviation. All those sectors was heavily affected by the COVID-19. So you can see here the European countries, India, and US states, the power industry is decreased up to -30%. So whatever they are producing in 2019 or before that, after in 2020, their interest, their like power sector is decreased up to -30%, even for India also. Plus, if we talk about the other industries like the coal and steel, so for China and the US, you can see here it's a 40-35%. This is also a big percent. However, city congestion means, suppose surface transport is almost 80%. Like some over some places it's up to 90-95%, but almost 80% city congestion has decreased. So this is the good thing for us actually. and this is the residential, so it's obviously it will increase because people are not moving out. So yeah, these things will increase. And the world countries, you can see the aviation sector around the globe is in the deficit. It's almost 90%. So yeah, so this is the situation after COVID-19. So these sectors are affected, so all sectors are producing lot of carbon. Now the change in global daily CO2 emission by sector. So this is the kind of good news for us, because the CO2 emission in the power sector is decreased up to it decreased. Here you can see here the other industries, the surface transport, it's affected, mostly it affected. Uh, Sorry, yeah, and then this the public transport, again the residential is increased, yeah, and the aviation sector. So you can see here almost every except the residential, almost everything is decreased significantly, and these numbers are very huge number. And now here the demand trends for the food and consumer product due to environmental changes. So we know there are the environmental changes, so how the demand is decreased or increased. So the demand reduction in the milk for school lunch and raw milk for daily product, frozen foods and business, so this thing is decreased. Your frozen foods milk requirement and raw dairy product is decreased, whereas the instant food, frozen food and hygiene products such as masks, sanitizer, etc., their demand is increased. So here the liquors for restaurant, beer and the foods in restaurant is also, this demand is decreased here. The cosmetic and sunscreen, these things are also decreasing because people are not moving out. They are at their home only. They are just trying to avoid the travel. Now I will come to the economy. So if you see here, this plot is not presenting you the past picture. It is presenting you the expected economy condition in respondent countries in the next 6 months. It's a Mickey and companies report. So here, except China, you can see here for China, there is a 93% chance they will grow, whereas for India we have 62% chance we will grow, 27% chance we have we may our economy get crashed. However, the other countries such as North America, Pacific, Europe, Latin America and other developing market, they are showing almost 50% chances to get burst. However, only India and China, so I don't know what how the China's system, but yeah, for India we have a good news. We have 62% chances. However, still we have 24%, 27% chances to getting worst economy. Yeah. So the air pollution, now again I will come to the air pollution. It affects the climate and may include drastic changes on ecosystem, which can also exacerbate infectious disease outbreak by affecting pathogens, host, vector and transmission dynamics. So we know air pollution, always air pollution, it will affect your organs, your health, and there are many deaths every year recorded in India, China, and some like India, China, Bangladesh, especially in the Asian region, because of the air pollution. But in 2020, because of the COVID-19, the air quality is around the globe has been reduced. We have the good air, like the air pollution is reduced in 2020. It is because of the international air travel has also be decreased dramatically since the onset of the COVID-19 outbreak due to the implementation of travel restriction. Recently, extended travel restriction has been implemented over all over the world. So we know currently we are in the era, and we are in the time where almost each country they have imposed various travel restriction. So if you have some urgent work, then you can move from one country to another country. If you don't have important work, you are just going for visiting or something for the tourism purpose, they will not allow you to visit other countries. So this kind of things is coming right now. In 2020, the midst of the COVID-19 global public health emergency, more regional quarantine lockdown measures are also being rolled out in several areas, such as the European Union, Middle East, North Africa, Asia, and Australia. So most likely these actions will have similar positive effect on reducing air pollution, at least temporarily, as observed in worldwide through reduce of fossil soils, reduced discharge from the production system. So the next thing is the remain to be seen. So now we have seen the impact of COVID-19 on health or the economy or the environment. So now the COVID-19 pandemic is the first and foremost a global health emergency with severe consequences for health and economy. But it can also serve as an example that changes in travel and production quickly and distinctly can improve air quality and can reduce the carbon footprint, which will translate to the improved environmental health. So it means that, like, if you will, if in future, again, like after this pandemic, if we work from our home, if company allows employees to work from home, if they allows to employees for the telecommunication, if we can arrange more workshop or international conference online, so these things can improve the air quality because of the less travel and economically it will be good. So it remains to be seen to what extent the changes brought on by the pandemic, such as increase in telecommunicating and reduced travel, will remain once the immediate threat has passed. So when it will pass, we have to see how we can continue those things in the future. So as our Prime Minister said, "Do gaj ki duri," it means that like make social distance. So if you are making social distancing and you are working from the company, even in company, you will have the less risk to get infected. If company will allow you can work from home, that is also very good for you, so that you can enjoy with your family as well as you can work from the home only. And this is the coronavirus. This is your industry. So coronavirus, it gives you a good environment, like the you will have the sunny and sunny day, blue sky, but your business will closed. I don't know the percentage, but it will get closed because the production of the things will also decrease. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks
Thank
you
you
very
very
much.
much, Dr. Saurabh. It's graceful your great
Thank you,
sessions,
Dr.
such as
Saurabh.
great sessions by
Good,
Dr. Saurabh.
excellent.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thank you, sir. Thank
thank
you very
you, sir.
much.
Thank you, sir. Also, Saurabh from Aizu University from Japan. You know about effect by COVID-19. We all are know about COVID-19 and how to Indian people lifestyle. Right now in the 2020, on opposites of coronavirus, we are fight. Now, you know also health system to different countries and how to changes human life as well as also humans, wildlife and environmental impact like waste management, air quality as global markets and also fires and forest life as in your sessions. Dr. Saurabh, you also ever to us a direct effect and indirect effect to positive and negatives. Srivastav is also elaborate to changes of our lifestyle, like human health and human foods also, and also changes to environmental ecosystem and forest greeneries. Yeah, recently examples Delhi. and Delhi's air quality monitoring. Also, we aware by from the Saurabh Srivastava recently air quality data and Delhi and NASA sites. How to affect economy and different country by COVID-19. So it's elaborate greatly and fruitful by Saurabh Srivastava. Also, how to decrease a demand and also increase some demands like items like food, milk, as well as also masks, sanitizers. So, and the before 2020, we don't know about what is sanitizer, but today I know about what is sanitizers. So one of the great session, Dr. Siva Vastavs, and I'm really thankful to your sessions. I got some questions. Have any questions? So if you have questions, then you can put your YouTube's comment box. Please let me know about the question sessions. Question session is both sides, like Prasad sirs and Srivastav sirs both. I think I don't get the any questions. Okay, thank you very much. So for the thanks, what of the thanks? So it's the next section is what of the thanks. Honorable principal, respected guests, speakers, and all the participants. We have reached end of the today live session on COVID-19 environmental perspectives. My heartiest congratulations to all of you for the making this session a great success. I, Savantak, on the behalf of Principal Dr. D.N. Jhala of Sri Saurashtra Education Trust, consider it a great privilege to propose a vote of thanks to all the dignitaries who have made it convenient to attend live sessions with a large amount of audience together with the page of Facebook and YouTube channels. Also, we got the universal participants like Poland, Japan, China, Nigeria, Australia, Morocco, Iraq, Hong Kong, Algeria, Indonesia, Philippines, UAE, Libya, Turkey, Pakistan, Bangladesh, and Nepal. So today we got the registration is above 1,000 and the first and we reached the highest global participants in the first time. First of all, I would like to thanks to respected Dr. Narottam Sahu, advisor at Guest Coast Department of Science and Technology, Gandhinagar, and Chetan Trivedi, Honorable Vice Chancellor of Bhaktakavi Narsimha Mehta University, Junagadh, for presiding over these functions and for enlightening address. His address was unique and always because of the novelty of ideas as well as style. Sir, I thank you for the presidings over the sessions and your address. You always inspire and motivated to students, researchers, learners, and faculty with a new aspect and experiments for the betterment of the college. Today, discussion has been a very helpful on the environment and COVID-19 as well as also a human life cycles aspected. My profound thanks to you, Dr. Jagdish Prasad sir, for your Indian useful talk. We have been fortunate to have a speaker like you. In this live session, you have inspired our students and faculties to all to achieve at a level higher through online lecture. Your guidance and encouragements about affected by coronavirus and also awareness of environmental, forest, ecosystems, and many more. I must express My deep gratitude to our eminent speaker Dr. Saurabh Srivastav from Japan. We have just listened to the powerful and thought-provoking speech by your side. You threw on the conceptual and practical dimension of the atmosphere, environment, ecosystem, human life cycles, as many things. I also express my sincere thanks to our respected principal Dr. D.N. Jhala and also campus director C.B. Joshi sir. As well as also I thanks to my colleague coordinator Piyush Vaghasia for the arranging such as a great fully organized for the sessions. I thanks to all the arts, science and commerce faculty who stood by us for the every work, detailings and guidance they provided us. I would like to thank Dr. Suhas Vyas, Department of Life Science, for the grant support to us, and also technical support by Dr. Hom Joshi, Department of English, Bhaktakavi Narsimeta University. I would like to uh, express my heartfully thanks to Saurashtra Education Trust, staff family, and each of you who participants you made these live sessions a success, and it's a great and pleasure to see so many of you here. Hopeful you enjoyed these sessions on the online learning and teaching. I am sure that the discussions of today's session will be definitely helpful to you in your futures. Thank you very much and see you soon. Stay home, stay healthy. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Saurabh.